You know what? I missed you guys. I missed you guys last Thursday. And because, as you know, Live at Emporium usually comes in on Thursday. And in the US, it's 5 p.m. And in Manila, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. So on a Friday. So missed you guys last week. I'm glad we're finally back. But I didn't regret that to a certain degree, only because last Friday, we got to be in an event which was produced by the Philippine Consul General's office in Los Angeles. I wanted to just say, great job to Consul General Ed Badajos, Consul Maynard, Vice Consul Joan Macrease, Josh Liano, Ambrosio and Consul Ambrosio Enciso, and the staff, the entire staff of the consulate office. They put together an event called Be Well, and the purpose of the event was to create awareness, or rather, bring attention to health and wellness, mental. As well as physical wellness, obviously. So what happened was that for about maybe 2 hours there was booths and a panel of experts and all of those different areas. And the companies that were there were Cedar Sinai. I'm sure you know who they are if you're in the U.S., and I'm sure you've heard of them in the Philippines also. But they also had the Filipino-American Service Group. Say hello. I'm going to say hello to Ye Cornell, and also Piliani. And of course, Emporium was there. We were able to present, what's the word I'm looking for? We were able to present some of the products that are featured currently at Emporium, and they know who they are. And it was great. Now, with that being said, I want to go ahead and officially welcome all of you that are watching right now. We're like a good amount of people already watching us. Thank you so much for tuning in at Live at the Emporium. Before we talk about what Live at the Emporium is all about, what is Emporium? Well, Emporium is a unique U.S.-based premier Filipino-made as well as inspired product showroom and global showroom center or business center. Wow, that's a mouthful. That's a lot. But with that being said, that's what it is. And the purpose of Emporium is to create awareness as well as sales opportunities for all of these Philippine-made and as well as inspired products, services, and investments in the U.S. market. The way we do that is creating a vehicle or a tool like Live at the Emporium. That's our tool. That's one of our tools in being able to create awareness and sales opportunities for Philippine-made products. With Live at the Emporium, it's basically comprised of the 3 E's that we feel that what it's trying to do is trying to elevate Philippine-made products, services, and investment in the U.S. market. We're trying to educate not only the Philippine manufacturers about the U.S. market, but also educate entrepreneurs here or wannabe entrepreneurs in the U.S. market to really, really consider bringing or creating a business out of Philippine-made products. And then also, hopefully, I get to be a little bit entertaining, and some of our guests can be entertaining. And the entertaining part is the product demo. I'm excited about the product demo. That's probably the best part of the show. But obviously, I'm going to get criticized by the other guests. But we have other segments in the show. Again, like I said, elevate, educate, and entertain is the 3 E's that we try to represent here at the Live at the Emporium. And just in case anybody who is interested in where Emporium is, the actual physical location of Emporium is at 3250 Wilshire Boulevard, number 602, in the city of Los Angeles, California, 90010. Okay, now that I've told you where it is, I want to know where you guys are watching this video at the moment. We're very thankful for all of you who continue to watch and hopefully be entertained and as well as be educated. I know some of you watch and you never really say anything or make a comment. That's okay. We love the fact that you are watching, because sometimes I run into people who don't comment, but I run into some of them here in the U.S. and say, yeah, I saw your video and it was cool. It was entertaining, and I learned a lot from as far as the logistics end of bringing products from the Philippines into the U.S. I appreciate that either way. But if you can make a comment right now, I'd really appreciate it. If you can tell me exactly where you're watching this. I'm just trying to see if we can bring up some people here. Teresa is watching. May Cruz is already watching. There's a Facebook user. I don't know who it is. It doesn't show on the chat. It just says Mayong Maaga or something like that. And then good morning. And then May Cruz said, "Hello, Ferdinand Soriano, watching always as Emporium." Here's her comment. There you go. That's her comment right there. And so far, we've got a good amount of people. And I'm excited for today's show. So let me go ahead and see if I can bring up, let's start, before we go into the live demos, let me go ahead and bring up, let's start with the news. News about what's going on between the Philippines and the U.S. in terms of international trade. And this gentleman I'm about to bring up, he is the trade commissioner of the Philippine Trade and Investment Center in Los Angeles. And we owe a lot to this gentleman in terms of trying to put together Emporium. So I'll let me introduce you to him and let him tell you what's going on, anything relevant between international trade between the Philippines and the U.S. So let me go ahead and hopefully, obviously, make a comment and say yay or clap, emojis, all that good stuff, and say, hello to Eric Elnar.
Hi,
Eric,
everyone.
hi.
Hi, Bon.
Can you hear me okay? Because I'm trying to figure out, hopefully, that our connection is good. So can you hear me all right?
Yep. How about
Perfect.
me?
Good. I didn't want to keep talking, and then everybody's just like, what the heck is Ferdinand talking about? Anyway, I know you got a busy schedule ahead of you right now. You still got some calls to do, and I appreciate you always being on this live stream. So I'll let you have the screen, so to speak, and tell us a little bit about what's going on. Any news or events that's going to affect the trade or investments or services between the Philippines and the U.S. Take it away.
Yeah. So, actually, a couple of things. One is we are expecting high-level visit in the coming month,
Mm-hmm.
early of next month, and we would tell you more details as they come along and as we firm up the schedules. But basically, we would have a high-level visit from our Department of Trade and Industry, and we would take that opportunity to introduce um, the new set of administration, the ones our part of our economic team and our economic managers, who would take the helm in guiding Philippine economy for the next 6 years. We would want to introduce them to the Filipino American business community here, as well as the mainstream business community here in Los Angeles. We would, as I said earlier, we would give you more details as they come along. And but basically, yeah, we're excited for this visit. The second thing that I want to mention is that hopefully in the coming weeks for this Emporium live stream, we would want to also not only highlight products and services, but also maybe investing in the Philippines and other bilateral trade and economic relations between the Philippines and the U.S. One of which is retirement, if or living in the Philippines or having a second life, if you may, in the Philippines. So, in the coming in 2 weeks' time, we would have an event. Maybe I'll talk a lot about it more next week. But basically, please expect an exciting format for the coming week, wherein we would talk more on investments or investing in the Philippines and maybe retiring in the Philippines, as well as living and maybe still doing business or having a livelihood in the Philippines. So with that, I know you have a full show ahead of you, Bong, Ferdinand. So
we always
um,
we always try to have a full show, but at the end of the day, the stuff that you talk about is very important to us, and I'm waiting for more details on what you want. What we're going to do for an upcoming event, which is regarding investments and other services that currently in the that we're trying to promote in the U.S. market, Eric.
yep. Thank you very much again for having me as always.
Oh no, thank you so much. We hope that you come back always every week. So I'll talk to you soon.
Definitely.
Before we go to our next guest, everybody, again, I would appreciate if you guys could tell me where you're listening from. And if you're a first time viewer of Live at the Emporium, tell us so far what you think, what you'd like to see more. So at the end of the day, it's all about you guys. And let me go ahead and read off some of the current watchers. Giro Tamasi, guess what? Guess what I'm drinking, my friend? I'm going to let you guess. Okay, so go ahead and let you know that I'm drinking this stuff right now. It's that thirst quenching, so go ahead and make a comment. And then also, I want to go ahead and welcome. I don't think I've ever seen this gentleman make an appearance, or rather talk about, or rather make a comment. I want to welcome Eric G. Ungsod. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Eric. And if I'm not, go ahead and email me and tell me I suck. And also, Jeffrem, you're always watching. So here's Jeffrem's comment. He's always watching, and I'm going to do a special thing today. After the live demo, I'm going to ask one of you if you want to get on live, be on the show, and actually ask questions. Please do that. Let me know, and then I'll send you. Maybe we can invite you to talk to the actual demo, the manufacturer in person. But for now, I just want to make sure that you guys are hearing me okay. The sound is coming clear. If I'm not, please do that right now. Okay, so let me go ahead and acknowledge Evangeline. Blessed morning, watching for Bukidnon, Philippines. I hope all is well with you, Evangeline. Thank you so much for always watching. And then there's a Facebook watcher. Yes. There's actually somebody from SoCal watching, and I don't know who you are because on my system it doesn't say anything. And Gito, I'm not drinking Snapple. Trust me, you know what I'm drinking. You can say it. It's M2 Malungay drink. This is good stuff. Okay, let's see. What else do we need here? Marianne Salazar. And let's see. I'm trying to. Giro made a comment that I need to mute my cell phone because I think that's the other camera that I'm trying to manage. Marianne, let me see what Marianne says. Marianne, thank you for supporting the Philippine manufacturers. Mabuhay from watching from Cebu, Philippines. Thank you so much, Marianne. And by the way, again, if you guys want to be in the show right now, meaning like okay after the live demo and you want to ask questions, please send me your email, text it. I'll try to send it, and maybe I can have you on there. You can make a comment. And if you have a business that you're trying to promote, please go ahead and type that in too. I want to know what businesses you guys. I would probably like to invite you to Live at the Emporium, regardless whether you're in the U.S. and the Philippines. Here's a new commenter, so to speak. His name is Orly Ramos. Orly. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for watching. Salamat. Good morning, everyone from Raya, Fiber Imperia, and Monte de Ramos Handicraft, Marinduque. You know what, Orly? We want more handicrafts. Please send your products to Emporium so we can display it, and we can even do like a live demo of the product. Thank you so much for watching. And then let's see who else is there. And then Orly made another comment. He says, I think it's the same one. Good morning, everyone from Jayapur. Okay, that one I already got. And then let's see. It's Kat Osman. Kat, thank you so much. On my system, it doesn't show anything, but hey, it's all good. Thank you for watching, Kat. Let me see. Now, let's go ahead, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop with the acknowledgement of the people watching but it is important to me. But let me go ahead and bring out the next live demo presenter. What I like about this product, and this is it right here. It's called Heaven Care Sweet Crystal Oil. I'll let him explain it, but I've been talking to this gentleman for a long time. He shares the same vision as what Emporium's trying to do, but he's doing it in the province in the Philippines. I'll let him explain all of that. So what he's going to be doing, he's going to talk about the current project that he's doing to promote Philippine products in the Philippines. He's going to talk about his company, as well as I told him, let's talk about that product, because this product, if you're stressing out right now for whatever reason that you're stressing out about, then you might want to check this out. You want to check out this product, and hopefully he'll let us, he'll demonstrate it and see how it works. If not, I'm going to try to do it myself. Okay, so let me go ahead and bring up from Marinduque Land Corporation. His name is Archie B. Armada, and I'll let him talk all about his company and, like I said, do the demo. Archie, how are you?
Hi, hello. It's great to see you, Ferdinand. And a while ago, I saw Eric there. And
Well, I'm
of course,
I'm
I
happy to
get,
see you, my friend. I'm hoping that you could see me and everything sounds okay.
yeah, you're doing great here.
Perfect. So what you want to do is if you can speak louder into the microphone so that I want to make sure that everyone hears what you have to say. Okay. So here's what we're going to
Okay.
do. Go ahead and I'll let the screen be on you. Talk about what Marinduque Land Corporation and also the amazing showroom that you created in that area. And then let's get into the product. I want everybody to know about this product because it's amazing. Right now, everybody's stressed out on a lot of things. Everybody could use a little bit of help. Okay.
Well, as you know, I'm stressed out too, and I'm a little bit nervous, so I have to apply some in my leg right now.
So are you
Uh,
stressing out? That's why you're doing that?
right. Anyway, uh, if you can see the background, you can see in the background, you could read probably it's OTOP, it's auto. It stands for One Town One Product, which is has been the project of our Department of Trade and Industry to promote uh, a product from each town, the known product from each town, and they're being assisted by the Department of Trade and Industry um, to for their licensing, for their tests, and of course for the development of their labels, so that these products could be competitive to the global market, not only to the local market. Now, the role of Marine Land Corporations uh, out of hub operation was conceived a few months ago. And we are actually a private operator of the One Town One Product project of TTI here in Parañaque, Metro Manila, actually in Better Living Parañaque. The purpose of this hub is to consolidate all products from the Mimaropa region. By the way, the Mimaropa region consists the provinces of Mindoro, Marinduque, Romblon, and Palawan. So the best products from all these provinces or even towns were consolidated by our Department of Trade and Industry Regional Office, headed by Director Joel Valera, and we put up a showroom or a what do you call this an area where we can show products from all these provinces, so that they would have a chance to be marketed not only in Metro Manila but also worldwide. So that's the background of our auto hub right now. Marinduque Land Corporation actually is located, of course, in Marinduque. The name itself is Marinduque. Uh, we have a manufacturing plant in Marinduque, which is operated by the Sige family, uh, who has been in operation for around 15 years. And we're producing, actually, the main product is virgin coconut oil, which right now we are exporting to Japan and some other countries. Now, all of our products are based on coconuts. We have food products and cosmetic products. Now, sweet crystal oil, I think, has been in the U.S. market, no, not necessarily a full blast operation, but there are some resellers who have been selling our sweet crystal oil in the market. Actually, this oil uh, is based on virgin coconut oil, meaning the carrier oil of this is virgin coconut oil, and it contains uh, pure essential oils, uh, which are blended together to produce uh, this emergency bottle, which is very effective for pains and stress. Now, as you know, virgin coconut oil is antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal. So it's really amazing for both oral and topical applications, meaning on skin applications. So we blend all of these selected pure essential oils, of course, to have a balanced ratio and to promote optimum health benefits. Now, The ingredients of this is, of course, I mentioned the carrier oil is virgin coconut oil, and then we have menthol crystals, lemon, sweet orange, we have eleme, peppermint, and of course we have also some concoction which we included of this. Now, if you will try uh, this oil, uh, you will notice the menthol, which has a citrus undertone, no? And then to use it because it's very effective as liniment oil. And by the way, for Filipinos, I would say that lalo na sa mga millennials, hindi ho ito amoy senior. Amoy ho ito millennials. So, there is no problem na if you use it in public transport, kung saan man, in offices, nobody would comment that, may amoy matanda rito or, no, excuse me, I'm also part of the senior population. Now, I'll make a demonstration on how to use it, especially when you have stress or you have this, uncomfortable feeling brought about by colds, cough, sinusitis. All you have to do is open the cup because it has a roller in it. You rub it on your palm, then rub your palms together, and then slowly cup it in your nose and inhale it. Now the results is so amazing. Actually, we have a lot of testimonies from all our users since we introduced this product 6 years ago. And actually, right now the product is so popular in Baguio City. Well, of course, probably because of the climate there. And we have also some resellers all over the country. Now, this is also available online with Lazada.com.ph. So, for our friends, try. I think, Ferdinand, I think we have some stocks left there in.
I really want to.
California.
I
Yeah,
really
okay,
want to
sir.
get into the product because what I like about the product is that you doing that in your hand because everybody who's watching, like he said, it's a roll-on, right? I mean, I could rub it, I suppose, on my neck, anything that stresses me out, and it's like a regular tip roll-on, and it's the consistency. It's like baby oil, right? So it
Right.
has that same feeling. So it's not sticky. It's not like that. But it's very aromatic. So I think what it's doing in the time that I've used it is just that obviously when your senses affect the way you feel most of the time, obviously, like when you're in a smog, or it gets you irritated because all that stuff, or if you're smelling somebody's cooking, you feel so happy. But this, it's the same thing. So I think what you just do is basically the way everybody's been doing it has been rubbing it on. And let me see if I can show some of the pictures that are on here, or the videos. So because I wanted to show everybody what people do in your shows, in the places that you've demonstrated your product. Let me see if I can show it.
Yeah, that's during the exposition which we've been attending, and we do that every year, no? Yes, that's during the Natural Product Expo East in Baltimore.
See, what's happening there is that people just rub it on their hands. They do this, and it creates the heat friction. Literally doing this, and then when you do that, for whatever reason, it has a certain effect that it just kind of wakes you up. And then
Yeah.
obviously it has all the ingredients that Archie mentioned. And all of a sudden, if you're stressed or you got a headache, I mean, I'm not overly hyping it. It's true. I put it on my neck. I don't feel so I don't feel so tense. Okay, and I think that's the whole effect. That's why it's just unfortunate that that's as far as we can go in being able to show how effective it is, because you literally have to be here. And every time I think of that situation, the challenges of promoting Philippine products is that's the reason why I love, and not because we created it, I love the fact that these products are here in the U.S. and in the showroom, and you could check it out yourself. So if you're in the U.S. and you really wanted to see how amazing this is, just drop by the Emporium. But at the end of the day, I guess what I'm just trying to tell you is that the product, from virgin coconut oil and some other ingredients, it really does work. Right now, my neck is tingling. Maybe I put too much, huh, Archie?
Well, anyway, that's virgin coconut oil based, so there's no harm. And if I may add, it has an antiseptic properties for cuts, abrasions, soles, wounds, insect bites, and it also relieves muscle pains like rheumas, stiff muscles, nerve pains, sprains, and back pains. So actually, the usage of that is so is so very uh, I think of this relieving, especially when you bring it when you travel, you have your travels, you're in the middle of the traffic. All of this, we call it actually an emergency bottle, tiny bottle actually for that, because it's a 10 ml with roller, and you can just put it in your pocket or your purse, and you're ready. You're ready to go.
No, I think it's a great product. Like I said, I just find it sort of challenging because nobody can really appreciate it from obviously us just telling it. But it comes in this small little bottle, like Archie said,
Right.
and you can take it anywhere. So if you're on a plane or you're at work, you're getting a headache, the boss is getting on your nerves, so to speak. You just put this on. Maybe may take you away. Maybe put it on during break or something. And I think that's what it is, because we're all faced with some sort of stress these days. Any little help you can, even with this small little bottle that, for maybe 10, 15 minutes before you get home and all that stuff, it really, really does work. And, because I know that there's a lot of people that are currently stressed out about a lot of things in this world right now. But so, like I said, you need a little bit of help. So, again, can you tell me how much is a bottle like this selling in the Philippines, Archie?
In the Philippines, it's selling around 200 pesos. That's the already the retail price. And I don't know how much would that be in the US, considering all the cost that it will pay.
Well,
But
I
in
know
the
that.
Philippines, it's only 200 pesos.
Okay. To me, I would like to do a little bit more. The reason why I keep coming back is I'm getting feedback. So just so that I'm trying
Sure.
on more of this stuff. But my point is that the product, something like this, I know you have plans of having it in the U.S. more aggressively, and we're talking more about it. And you have plans, and these are the kind of products that Emporium likes to promote also because it's small. When you ship it, it's easily here. People do have to try it, and it's one of those things that I think it has a lot of market relevance. So hopefully we continue to do that. And also, thank you for talking about OTOP, what the showroom that you currently have there, because that's going to really streamline a lot of ways we're going to be promoting Philippine products. So I'm hoping that you continue to encourage some of the manufacturers that are currently in your showroom in the Philippines to appear on the show and talk about their products, so the people in the U.S. market, can really, really get an idea of all the amazing things that are in the Philippines that are waiting to be exported, or some people to take notice of it. Because right now, let's use everything we can in terms of tools to promote Philippine products. And obviously, you're thinking about cost effectiveness also, right, Archie?
Right, right. And I just would like Ferdinand to thank the Department of Trade and Industry, who's very, very supportive with the projects of our micro, small, and medium enterprises, especially in our region, which is the Mimaropa region. And I would like also to encourage all our MSMEs to prepare yourselves. I mean, the economy is now open, and we can go back, and this time with a bigger strength, and a product ready for the global market. So, DTI is there. supporting us from labeling to even our licenses, our needs with the Food and Drug Administration, product testings. What more can we ask for? Um, so take advantage of this, and your OTOP store here in Metro Manila is ready to promote your products, to look for retailers who could, saturate the Manila market, of course, before we go abroad. Um, that's a message from your OTOP store here in Parañaque City.
Well, the collaboration between Emporium USA and your showroom is going to be critical in terms of moving forward, right? Because it's one thing to always show these products, but we need to make them entertaining. That's why I love it when we can do demos of the product and make a show out of it, like this one. Like I said, the only thing missing is for people to actually feel this product in their skin so that they can smell it. It's just like sort of invigorating, energized. Maybe that's why I'm talking too much now. Maybe that's what's happening with me. But Archie, it looks like, I know that you're busy. Your day's just starting there. I'm hoping that we get to introduce more Philippine-made products here in the U.S. by utilizing this platform called Live at the Emporium. So I really encourage everyone that you've sent this information to, I mean the link, to really take advantage of that and use that tool for, with what you're doing there. And you've been an amazing supporter, and also sort of even an activist for what you're doing there. And more power to you, my friend. But before we go end this segment, is there anything that you want to add on, say hello to somebody and all that?
Well, I would say hello to our MSMEs, first of all, in Memory region. And of course, I just wanted to encourage everyone. The store is yours. We have the facilities for demo with our Emporium counterpart in the US. And of course, I would like to commend also Commissioner Eric Ilnar for it's an amazing project that you have there. And I think just in just the right time, or in the economy is now beginning to open. And also congratulations, Ferdinand, for I know how you work so hard. You've been working so hard for so many years. You've been working so hard to bring the Philippine products available in California, especially. And I would like to invite those who wanted to. We are open for distributorship in the U.S. All you need to do is coordinate with Ferdinand, who has all the information that we have there. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for inviting us to be your guest today.
Thank you, Archie. Thank you so much for being the show. This is not going to be the last time we get you on the show. This is the first and of many, many more to come, because I know that you're going to be able to help us discover new amazing products in the area that you're at, and I know that you're going to try to spread the word, so to speak, and we appreciate that. And right now, it's already working. Don't go anywhere, okay? Don't just stay there for a second before I bring on the next guest. Somebody says, thank you for joining, and we're very honored to have Mr. Armada join us. That's one. And then I want to make sure I pronounce this name correctly. Maricel Abangan Asuela. Hello po, good morning everyone from Likang Kamay Handicrafts, San Jose de Monte, Bulacan. Thank you so much, Maricel. Again, these are new viewers watching us. Thank you so much, and that's because probably you sent some news about Live at the Emporium, and I'm hoping to get more people, not only just to talk about their products, Archie, but I'm about, like our next guest. We're going to have someone who talks about how to bring products from the Philippines to the U.S. cost effectively. She's from a freight forwarding company, so don't go away because she's going to be on soon. But before we do that, we're going to bring the co-founder of Emporium to talk about what's happening in the Emporium the next couple of weeks. But again, Archie, thank you so much. Again, that's a message from her. And then I also want to say, Luis Raminda, good morning, Sir Ferdinand, Ma'am Christy, Teresa, and our guests and viewers from San Jose del Monte. By the way, if you guys want to come on the show right now and you want me to send you a link so you can go ahead and talk to Archie if he sticks around, we can do it live. I mean, because we want feedback. So go ahead and do that. But other than that, Archie, if you can stay maybe until about maybe 6 o'clock our time, so maybe just in case somebody wants to go on live with you, please do that. Okay, so stick
No
around for a little
problem,
bit
no
longer.
problem.
All right, I'll put you back in the green room. Okay, Archie.
Thank you.
All right. The next segment, I like to bring up the co-founder of Emporium. She is so bubbly. She loves everything that we do. She loves what she's doing with helping Philippine-made products, and that's why we got together. If you think about right now, I want to go give her credit of the background, because if you look, if you ever get a chance to really look at our Facebook page and see what Emporium looks like, this is all in the creation of Christina Espiritu and also Christine Kunsunji. She's one of the creators of, I mean, one of the co-founders of Emporium, and I'm going to go ahead and bring her on now. Hi, Christine. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. Can you hear me?
There you go. Fantastic. I don't know. I think that my
Me?
thing is acting up there, but what do you think of the background? Don't you love it?
Isn't it? It's supposed to be Eric or
Yeah, I think it's
Ferdinand,
Eric, right?
Christina
See,
and me.
see that's well, originally what I was supposed to be me. That's better looking. They did a good job on that. And these are my co-founders right there. See, I'm just walking behind them. They're the brains, like that kind of thing.
That is not true.
So
We
I,
are
I, I
all
got to think about
one.
that. Well, anyway, that's part of what Emporium is about. If you look around, it's amazing what you'll see here. That's why if you're in the U.S. and you want to check it out, please come and visit us. Again, it's at 3250 Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles, California. Just text us when you want to when you want to check out all the amazing products that are currently in Emporium. So now I'm going to give Christine Consugi an opportunity to talk about what's happening in Emporium, what events are coming up, and you can even talk about the one that we attended last week.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Ferdinand. First, I'd like to say I'm so excited that Archie was here earlier. I'm a big fan. I actually carry one with me all the time in my bag. This is a lifesaver every time. So I love your product. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of your product here in the US. Second one is we're excited. We have some events that are coming up. The first event would be the last event that we had was in collaboration with the Philippine Consulate and the Department of Trade and Industry. We were invited to do an event and where we featured some of our Filipino-made products, including our skincare line Pili-Ani. So we were very happy about that. We sold a few products, but the most important part was the product awareness that we did in regards with the really cool products that we have at Emporium. We have a few more events that are lined up. So if you have products from the Philippines and if you feel like you're ready to export here in the US, please contact Ferdinand or me or on our social media platforms. Um, we are looking for more products. We are looking for more Filipino-made products. We would love to. We are very proud every time somebody brings their product here. So let us know. Um, Anything else, Ferdinand, that I should add in regards with Emporium?
Pretty much that's it. I mean, the reality is that the reason why we announce these events is because I always want them to check out the amount of care and details that you guys do every time we are at an event. We always get some sort of a reaction in the tables that you guys set. It's not just an ordinary table. We're getting into a lot of events that are involved in the community. That are part of the community, and we're hoping to continue to broaden that only because obviously the products that we're trying to promote in Emporium is not just because it's for the Filipino community, but also if it's global quality, it should be for everybody in the area, right?
That is correct. And for actually, somebody just texted me. It's we actually do every product. It doesn't matter what kind of product it is, as long as it's a Philippine-made product. So we do semiconductors to fashion to apparel to skincare to food products to ingredients to not just I wouldn't say not even just ingredients, even the ingredients to the ingredients. What do you call that, Ferdinand?
What
Like the
the
bio ingredients or whatever
Yeah,
the
yeah. I mean, right
molecular
now,
ingredients.
it's chemical ingredients is more like it. Some of the
Exactly.
stuff because we're getting a lot of inquiries from different sectors, and that's what we're thinking. That's what we want to do. But again, Christine, again, they're the ones who created the look and feel of Emporium. I always want to bring that up, And not because it's like I'm trying to blame you or Christina. I'm just saying that I got to give him credit, because if you look at it, I'm trying to sell the Emporium because it's amazing. You guys you don't see anything like this in terms of a Philippine product showroom. There are other showrooms out there. We're not saying that we're the only one who invented it. I'm just saying everything here is Instagram worthy. That was the whole
That was
point,
the whole point.
right? You take a picture, it should
Exactly.
be already on Instagram. You don't need any overlays. You don't need any of that crap. It's just like it's ready to go.
Exactly. And if you have a chance to check us out on our social media platforms, but the whole concept of Emporium showroom is actually to present it as a house. So we do have a living room, we have a kitchen, we do have a bar, we have a and soon to be we'll have a bedroom as well too. So the people that actually visits the showroom can visualize where their product is gonna lie. So we would love to bring the buyers. We would like to bring them to this journey of where their products or where they would see these products in their house. So
And
join us in this
boom,
journey.
that's what makes Emporium different from a lot of showrooms, because our intention is not just to show off the products. We're there to make an event of the products that are there. We're always creating events for people of different, whether they're a good consumer or or a buyer. We want to create events in the showroom so it can be experienced, and you can go ahead and try these products, like Archie's products, in person, as opposed to just social media or watching video. Christine, I know you're super busy, so let me go ahead and let you go. But thank you so much, and hopefully next week we get Christina, or you can come back again. I know both of you guys are switching off, and then maybe give us an update on the next event. Okay.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you, everybody,
Bye
and
bye.
bye, Philip.
All right, everybody. So you kind of getting a feel for what Emporium is about. So now we talked about the new products from the Philippines that you want to go ahead and maybe consider and visit us. So if you're seeing a pattern here, we're actually trying to get everybody to visit. I just want to look at some comments. Oh, she was saying raw mats. Somebody was making a comment. Okay. See, that's what I love about this next guest. Our next guest, it's one thing, like I said, one of the components of Emporium is, yes, to show the Philippine products, right? But how do you get the products? How do you get the products into the U.S. market? And I think that's what prevents a lot of U.S.-based entrepreneurs to take that on. And then the Philippine manufacturers, they have an issue sometimes, especially if they're starting out, they've never exported. They get discouraged because they don't know how to do it. And if they do know how to do it, they find it a little bit too costly, right? So Emporium started to collaborate with a corporation or a company in the Philippines called RAF. I'll let her explain what they do, but the topic of discussion with her is more so, how do you handle the inquiries? What's the best way to get quotes? How to talk to them? What kind of questions should you anticipate from them in being able to give you the service that you need? And how to create a quote that's going to be reasonable, as far as that's concerned. So with that being said, please, without further ado, let me welcome Nancy Marquez of RAF International. Hold on, let me see if she's on there. Hi,
Good
Nancy.
morning. Hi, Ferdinand. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm always good now that you're here, because it's fun to talk about the products, but the reality still has to get here. And that's
I
why when
totally
you're here,
hmm
I get excited, because your part makes the dream come into reality. And I mean that not to overly hype what you're doing, but it's the
hmm
truth, because so many people will talk about their products, but they don't know how to get it here. So right now, I'm going to turn the camera on to you solo and talk
hmm
about RAF. And then we've been sending, or some of the people that have been watching the show have been, talking to you, inquiring about certain things. So tell me how that's going, and maybe moving forward, tell them how to get a hold of you and how to do it effectively so that they can get the proper response time that they want. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yes. Firstly, I'm with RAF International. We are a courier and a freight forwarding company that's been in the industry for 30 years now. And what you see here in the background is our warehouse, and that's our this is our logo. We are on Facebook, And you can reach us via our website, www.raf.ph, and our website and our email addresses also. That's how you can reach us. Now, firstly, we've been getting inquiries for sending goods, mostly food, and then you have products like you have the um, the leather bags that are hand sewn. Uh, and the quickest way to send it to the United States is by way of courier service. What that means is you don't have to have an export license. On the other end, they don't have to have an importer's license to receive it. So basically, you just stick those items inside a box, and then we will send it out for you. For the most part, Fernand, what we've been encountering is if they have large shipments or over 30 kilos, they find it kind of costly to ship it out via courier. So the next mode for that is having it in a consolidated shipment, and that's another mode of sending your products to the United States. Now, for the most part, if you are a starting company, if you are an MSMEs, um, mostly if you're sending food, we can help you send your food to the United States if you're not FDA registered just as yet. We take care of the prior notice filing for you. All you have to have is to have a safe packaging, a sound packaging for that matter, be it in bottles. You have the proper labeling, and I understand that DTI and the OST can help you with your packaging. Now, we are located here in Parañaque. As I saw earlier that there's a group of interested or would-be exporters out in Del Monte in Bulacan, so we can work out a pickup of your goods anywhere here in the Philippines. We have an office in Cebu and Davao as well that can help you send your shipments to the United States through those branches that we have. Um, and that being said, well, for the most part, let's talk about the issues that may be blockers for the shippers, for the MSMEs. Um, One could be the cost. Number two could be your packaging. No, I have a suggestion because I have a merchant that sends out or that package their uh, tuyo, because they're pretty popular in the states. No, the gourmet tuyo, they packed it in a vacuum packed plastic bag, and it's very very light material. It's lighter than bottles. So, for example, you have this 5 kilo box here. You fill it up, and just as long as the weight is also 5 kilos, then you get to ship it out flat rate. Um, I can't tell you how much that is right now, but it's below 7,000 pesos. No, and then the bigger box would be 7 kilos right here. So that's the easiest way to send it out if you to get started. But if you are going bigger, uh, you want to register with Phil Export, have your export license ready, and then you have a counterpart in the United States like Emporium, who will receive your goods for you.
Perfect.
Mhm.
That's exactly what I wanted to convey to the Philippine manufacturers, because the message that you brought is not just for the people shipping,
Mhm.
but obviously people who want to get a sample of Philippine made products, right? And
Yes,
they could
uh-huh.
be here in the US. They want to know what that is. And again, our job here at Emporium is to try to do the best that we can to try to eliminate any sort of discouragement or deterrence or challenges that they may have, and try to make it as predictable as possible. But nothing in this world is ever, that predictable to a certain degree. But we
Exactly.
try, because, like, for example, with you, Nancy, with what you've just shown,
Mhm.
you got a box. So now they have an idea of how much product they can send out. Now they know how much it would cost. Then they're trying to figure out, okay, that we can maybe, if we send samples to Emporium, that would just be thought of as a marketing expense, right?
Right, right.
Or just maybe even sell it even in just that small cases. But at the same day, everybody's trying to get an idea what the initial investment is, and you're trying to do that. And thank you so much for that. But as far as the inquiry is concerned, what else can they do to make their inquiries more streamlined, so it doesn't seem like it's just haphazard? Do you recommend any way and how to connect with you, and Facebook or email or all that sort of stuff?
Sure. We have a Facebook page, RAF International. You can also, of course, your inquiry through Ferdinand, and he'll forward the inquiry to us. But what we need from you is the actual weight. And if you have your own packaging, we need the dimensions of the box. And if you are a beginner, or you don't have an export license, that's fine. That'll work still for sample products. A sample products would mean that it's below 800 USD, so you don't have to pay there won't be any duties and taxes just as yet. Anything over $800 would be above de minimis, what's called de minimis, so duties and taxes will be imposed on that. So I understand that as a startup, you want to keep your costs low, so samples of 30 pieces or even 100 pieces, if they're small, would still work.
Yeah, like these products from Archie, you
Mhm.
could send so many of these, and like you
Yes.
said, $800 or 800 value in the U.S. As far as the taxes are concerned, if they're minimal or if nothing at all, because it's under $800 in the samples, right, Nancy?
Right. That's right. That's right. One
Yeah.
one of the shippers that we had this week was trying to send out 50 boxes of blankets to the United States. So that's something that's already going under commercial. They're going to need an exporter's license if they want to send it out freight. Freight mode would be different from the courier mode. Under freight mode, you're going to need an exporter's license, and on the other end, an importer must clear it, or you're going to need a customs broker to clear it for you on the other end. But 50 boxes, you can still break it up, so we can still send it out. But thing is, the blocker was the cost also. So the shipper is still thinking of, if they're going to break the shipment so we can send it immediately, or they're going to have to wait for the papers from Philexport and do all the export license, and wait for, I don't know, how a month or so to get the shipment out. But we do encounter those blockers.
Well, That's what I'm looking forward to deal more into that, because that it really is a challenge. Like I said, but I am preaching to everyone to try to give a sample type of products, like certain sizes, so you can ship more and people can experience, because that's what we're trying to do with this concept of sending samples, because this way people can experience it without, costing a lot of money just to ship the regular bottles. And sometimes, some bottles are so heavy, or the packaging is heavy. And as much as I like to keep it that way, to keep the integrity of the product's packaging and design, just ship a couple of those, and then the rest put them in smaller packages so people can, experience it more here. We can take care of the bigger bottles, but that's the thing that I'm more concerned with, is how much of that can we really bring here for people to experience it. But Nancy, just like all the guests in this live stream, everybody's busy, so I'm always going to go ahead and just end our segment here, because I know there's so many more stuff that we can talk about, but we only have an hour to do all this stuff. So let me always leave the guest with the last word in what you want to say about bringing products from the U.S., from the Philippines to the U.S.
For those who want to try the international market, come talk to us. Come talk to Ferdinand, so we can course it through us. We do everything that we can, cost-wise as well, service-wise. Any of your permits that you need to have filed, we will assist you, so you can bring your products, your samples to the United States. Again, my name is Nancy Marquez. I'm with RAF International. Email us, message us in Facebook. You can course it through Ferdinand, and we will get back to you as soon as time possible. We should be able to reply to your queries, even if it's like expressed in like an hour
Yeah.
or two in the same
You,
day.
you guys are pretty quick, so I appreciate that. And you did have some questions from Jiro, from M2 Malunga. I think you know who he is. And then
Yes.
one of our regular viewers, May. I'll send this question out to you, but that's what she was asking about for a box size 24 by 18 by 9. What's the maximum weight? So go ahead and reach out to her also, Nancy, because she is also a big, strong supporter of Emporium, and I'm sure she's going to be able to give you some business as far as that's concerned. So, Nancy,
Okay.
thank you so much. I'm hoping you'll be here again next week. I always have to ask because I know that you're a busy person. So, hopefully, next week we'll see you again.
See you again. See you again. And thanks
Okay.
for the opportunity. All right.
All
Have a
right.
good
Not a
day.
problem. Okay. Okay. It is now 5:56. We're running a little late, but it's all good. It's fun. I love it because the people that are connecting and making comments is exactly what I'm looking for. We want to educate, elevate, and entertain. And hopefully, so far, we've been entertaining to a certain degree. And now that's a good segue to my next guest because he surely is entertaining. If you haven't seen his TikTok videos, his Facebook, they're all entertaining. He calls this attraction marketing. They're funny, but they're in good taste, right? So he's able to manage both, not only to entertain people, but also educate them. So normally what he does on the show, he talks about the concept of reselling. So we're asking him to give us feedback or some sort of a course or some sort of a guide for any Philippine or any U.S. based entrepreneur who wants to bring in products from the Philippines, and how do you sell them in the U.S.? How do you start that process? How do you create one, right? And what's the mindset? So with that being said, he is a social media, I like to think he's a guru because he knows a lot of stuff about social media. He's a motivator, and he's a funny guy, very down to earth, very transparent, hardworking as hell. Okay, so let me go ahead and introduce you to him now. And he's going to do, instead of just talking about how to resell, let's have him talk about the company that he is connected with in helping a lot of people discover this amazing product, especially in the U.S. market, called what's green coffee beans. So let me go ahead and have him introduce the whole concept of his company. And his name is Sal Jimawan. He is actually in Vegas right now. What a great place to promote and be in. I love Vegas. Parents are in Vegas. So now I'm going to go ahead and introduce to you Sal. Sal, how are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for having me back.
Well,
I'm doing great.
you're always welcome, my friend. It's just that I know you're busy, and I'll be honest with you. When we first talked, I go, well, why the heck doesn't he do his products also? Because it is from the Philippines, and you have to explain people why it's called coffee when there's other ingredients in it, and what's the difference. So right now, I'm gonna let you go at it, so to speak. Tell them a little bit about you, what you do, and then let's do a demo if you can of the product. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do here: is create more awareness and sales opportunities, right, Sal?
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, I was listening earlier how you have your office set up. You want to make it feel like it's at home. So I'm right here at my house. I'm in my kitchen. It's my favorite background because part of reselling our products, we teach people how to resell. So it's easier to show people than to explain. So this is my favorite background because a lot of people can relate. Kitchen, I mean, can I really do this? So anyway, in this segment, guys, I'm going to share with you why I'm so passionate about this green coffee from the Philippines. The name of the company is Ultra Green. Here we go. Ultra Green Company. So and they're the first company that really promotes the benefit of green coffee. So the big difference of green coffee and the regular coffee that we enjoy on a regular basis is green coffee are not the green coffee beans is not roasted, meaning it's not burned, because you know how like the darker they get, the more caffeine and the stronger it is. But all of the coffee that this company have that I found, they have four variants right now. We have the Jamocha. This is my favorite, by the way, because it has that cafe mocha flavor. So instead of me doing my side trip and spending money, now I enjoy my green coffee. Just putting hot water to it, and then just put the coffee in the hot water. As simple as that. They have their very first classic blend. This is the one that has the best result with people trying to lose weight, because it has ingredients that helps people crush their cravings and stuff. And they have the variant, which they call daily veggies. I love this too, because we all know that we should be eating vegetables, but we're not doing it because what? We're always busy. It can get expensive. But for me, when I drink my coffee in the morning, if I have my daily veggies, I know I have my vegetables in my system. And then, of course, not but not but last but not the least, we have the Collagen Plus. This has green coffee with collagen, glutathione, acai berry, aloe vera. So this is something that you can really drink at night and helps your muscle, your mind, your body relax. Like for my wife, I pick her up late at night because she works night shift. We have our coffee together. We spend enjoy our time together, and and it does not wake me, keep me awake. Jazz and stuff, but it relaxes me on the other hand. So anyway, so why am I excited about it? Because this is the actual product. I mean, if you look at the packaging, we were talking about packaging earlier, man. This is very world class, the packaging. And the flavor is not just for the Filipino, it passes the mainstream, because I have customers that are Spanish, Vietnamese. In fact, one of my biggest reseller for this coffee is in the Vietnamese community, and I'm really, really, really proud of it, because we have a product that we can also offer to other people. So I'm gonna show you how simple it is to use this product. All right. So we have the cup right over here. Simply put some hot water in it, just like this. Depends on how strong you like the flavor of your coffee. For me, I don't fill it all the way up because I like the strong taste of coffee. So I'm gonna open up the Jamocha. All you need to do is just really cut it open. Each pouch, by the way, guys, each pouch has 10 sachets in it, and one sachet is one serving. But if you would notice, it has a lot of volume in it, right? So some people, they just take half of the sachet and enjoy it for the day. But for me, I like to enjoy my coffee. Like, so basically, what I do is I take this first thing in the morning, and then I extend my breakfast towards lunch. So it helps me lose some weight, because it does have some ingredients that helps you, like a nutrition that it helps you crush your cravings, but yet at the same time, it helps you boost your metabolism. So it helps you boost your energy, so you can stay away from energy drinks that are loaded with sugar and stuff, and so on. So guys, that's pretty much really. I mean, it already has a sweetener in it. Filipinos love sweet stuff, right? So, but the sweetener in it does not spike your insulin, so which is a good thing for us, right?
I didn't read the packaging, but as far as the sweetener is concerned, I know that there's different types of sweeteners. There's stevia, there's
Yeah.
sugar cane. I mean, I don't think this one, your product has, I think one of those type of sweetener. What type of sweetener is it, Sal? Do you know?
It does have a stevia. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Stevia is very, very popular because it does offer, you know, um, of course, the taste, and then the nutritional benefits and other benefits and stuff. So
I want to I want to make this real for the people watching. Okay, with me, the way I drink my coffee, I'm not like a coffee aficionado, but two things come to mind. If I can drink my coffee and get all these different ingredients, by the way, well, like for example, I was reading from your website, it contains the finest unroasted Arabica beans and 6 herbs, which is moringa, mangosteen, graviola, bittermelon, bignay, and banaba. For certain, for me, from a convenience and lazy standpoint, which I tell everybody that I am sometimes, all of that is like 2 for 1 kind of a mentality, right? I'm drinking my coffee and I'm getting all that stuff at the same time. And I know that some people here watching, they know what bulletproof coffee is, or bulletproof coffee. That's where coffee, some, I think, margarine or butter, and then some MCT oil, right? But see, that's where a lot of people are still somewhat of a purist in some markets, where I think, if you're drinking coffee, there shouldn't be anything else in there. But what I find funny is you go to a Starbucks and everybody puts all this crap in it, right? To make it sweet. And you're not even really drinking coffee anymore. You're drinking freaking dessert, right? Jamocha this or mocha latte this with a lot of sweetener and all that. Well, it's all good. I like it too. But at the end, that's, I think, what's the difference.
Right.
You get the coffee in the product, but you don't get all that other stuff. It actually is good for you.
Right. And what I really like about it just especially the daily veggies, it doesn't have that aftertaste of green leafy vegetables. So, the bitterness of the water, the bitterness of bitter melon, the ampalaya, actually complements the taste of coffee. So, that's what I really like about it. And that's pretty much it. Like what you said, I'm lazy. I know what I need to do. I need to eat my vegetables, but I'm lazy. Keep buying when I run out, and then, and drinking the coffee and have my vegetable is a winning. That's how it grabbed my attention. It grabbed my.
I mean, when I read what cream coffee beans are, by itself, it has a lot of amazing health properties, antioxidant. It actually even potentially could help you lose weight, which is a big part of how that product or that ingredient is actually, promoted. Okay.
Right.
So obviously it all goes in the same thought process. I mean, you could drink it all day, but if you're eating pizzas, two of them a day or something, it's not going to matter what the hell you eat. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying that, it's, if you're modest about the way you eat, you have this. Yeah, I think it'll definitely do that. I've seen some people experience that sort of a result from it. But before I go further, I just want to tell everyone that when I looked in your website, this particular product, everybody, has won Top Choice Consumer Awards, World Class Quality Awardee, Gold Seal of Quality Awards, Golden Globe Annual Awards for Business Excellence, Best Natural Coffee Producer, and the 2017 Asian Achiever Award, Outstanding Entrepreneur. I think that's all relevant to what it is, right? I mean, that's all connected, right, Sal?
Right. And what I really like about it also is that the price is so right. I mean, like, the price is for the mass, para sa masa. Because I've compared, especially if you're going to bring in the product here in the US, adding the cost of shipping, it will pretty much double the cost. But I'm excited to hear about RAF. If I say it right, RAF, I'm really excited to kind of connect with you with that one, hoping that, there's a next level for us, because that's something that I told the company. We need to find a better option of shipping the product in the US, and I think this is exciting.
Yeah. I'm hoping, because Nancy, like I said, you're an amazing, promoter of the product. You're very likable. People believe in the stuff that you're promoting. You believe your product comes through. But at the end of the day, you still have to watch all the little, bits and pieces of how to bring the product in, so to make it cost effective for everybody. I still feel that, you get the sachet, these sachet, the 1 packets, I think it's still very much cost effective. Like I said, not only from the fact that you can control it, you don't have to go to Starbucks, waste the gas. Not to say that I'm trying to tell you not to go to Starbucks. I mean, at the end of the day, now you have options if you were to try a product like this product, Ultra Green Coffee. So not only you're hitting on the you're hitting on the taste, you're hitting on the health. You're also saving a lot of money.
Right.
And all of that, to me, especially these days, are always on my mind. How do you save money, especially when you're trying to run a business or a project, and give people value, right, Sal? So with that being said, I always, like I said, I'll let you leave, go ahead and leave us with some wisdom or something, because normally you don't do the demonstrating. You're the one who's giving us wisdom and encouragement about marketing. So right now, I'll let you have the last word before we go ahead and end this segment.
Yeah, I'm so excited because I just finished watching this show. in Netflix called Self-Made. I forgot the name of the lady, J.W. Ward. I forgot the name of the lady, but anyway, watch it, guys. Watch this because they share that entrepreneurship is amazing. It can change people's lives, and this is basically what we promote. And what's more exciting is that we are focused on helping our Filipino community, not just on the product standpoints of things, but on helping people to find that entrepreneurial spirit within, right? So I'm really excited to be part of this. But just keep in mind, guys, you can find the best product in the world, but if nobody hears about it, you just have another best product in your house. It's not gonna move. So, you need logistic, you need marketing. So a lot of times people get into the business, but they don't spend the time learning how to bring the business out in the market space. And that's why we are here. And that's our passion, is to help, because we all win. If I win, we all win. And helping the Philippine, with the challenges that we face for the last few years, and we're gonna keep changing more. But you know, what a great experience where you're helping your family, but at the same time you're helping your Filipino community. This is exciting. Thank you for always inviting me back here, Ferdinand. Back to you.
So I feel like there's so much value that you provide, Sal. So we're thankful for also. This is, goes both ways, my friend. So moving forward, hope you continue and then help us encourage more people how to do attraction marketing, and create more entrepreneurs here who may have not thought about creating businesses out of Philippine products, services, and investments. But now we're able to, because we have someone like you to set the mind straight, so to speak, and create that mindset, and make sure that we continue to encourage that. Once somebody does have that, once they manifest that idea of creating a business, we want to be there and say, hey, we can help you. Hey, we can help you. We can do that. We can do that. That's at the end of the day what we want to be able to do, and all the people that we collaborate with. Sal, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That pretty much wraps up live at the Emporium. We it's getting to the point where maybe we should extend it to about an hour and a half. And thank you so much for watching. So now I want to go ahead and take the time to just engage people right now and say hello to Mariel Manalansan, I should say. Sorry, Mariel. A blessed and wonderful morning, everyone. Hello, Sir Ferdinand, watching from Lukban, Quezon Province. I'll be sending my handcraft leather products sample soon. We want to start doing that. As much as we love food, we love eating food, we like seeing food, tasting food, whatever. We want to actually diversify and go into other types of live demos, and we're hoping that you, Mariel, get to show us a product, yung mga produkto mo. Kasi nakita ko yung mga produkto mo, Mariel, maganda yung mga produkto mo, kaya dapat padala mo sa amin yung samples para i-showcase natin dito sa Emporium. Yung mga produkto niya, kasi yung ginagawa ni Mariel, puro mga handbags, anything leather, I think, ang ginagawa niya. And to me, in the previous show, I always talked about, sabi ko, na kung i-separate natin ang Pilipinas in terms of creating na image or quality, we need to para bang what's the word I'm looking for? We need to extend that. We need to encourage more handcraft or artisans. That's the important thing that we need to do. And then Mariel does that. So Mariel, please send us the product so we can at least have people take a look at it in person, even if it's just one, so we can see how the quality of the work is, and then encourage other handcraft, arts and crafts or artisans to continue to do what they're doing, because at the end of the day, like I said, that's what's going to separate us from other countries, is our creativity, and also our ingenuity with certain products. Speaking of next products or next show, next week, we're going to try to feature something different. We're going to feature someone who is the publisher of a company or a comic book called Cuento Comics. This product, or rather this publication, is amazing because obviously it's a comic book based on a lot of folklore of the Philippines. and it seems like a lot of people are starting to read this, and we definitely, Emporium wants to support it, because if you think about it, that's investing in the Philippines, because a lot of the people that work for the company are in the Philippines, the artists, right? So we want to make sure that the people in the Philippines are reading this, and also the people here in the U.S. that are interested in Philippine folklore, and they put a spin on it, and I love it. And hopefully we can come up with some way to collaborate the two, where it's you're reading a comic book, but you're also seeing products from the Philippines in it, and that would be an amazing, if you really think about it, that would be an amazing way to promote Philippine products through a comic book, right? All right, so let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. Nancy, thank you so much again. Sal Jimawan from Las Vegas, he was just here. And then again, all of you who have stayed on all the way through watching the show, thank you so much. And again, watch next week's show. It's going to be from 5 p.m. on Thursday, and then on Friday, that's Friday, 8 a.m. in the Philippines. I keep forgetting that. Again, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully you keep telling everybody in the Philippines, if you're in the Philippines, to send in their information about their company, promote it here, and send some products. And then if you're U.S. wanting to do more and you need help in sourcing products from the Philippines, that's what Emporium does. That's what we can do for you, and hopefully you take advantage of that. Okay, so with that being said, thank you so much, everyone. Have an amazing weekend, and see you guys next week.